project explanation series where we take some time every Monday to discuss about the various different projects that our data specialist team has done. We try to understand the projects from a technical as well as a business standpoint. So, before we jump into the project explanation, I would like to compare two people and let you judge which person is better suited for a growth in their career. We have Mr. and Mrs. A, who has been trained at XYZ Institute, and they have worked on dummy projects from Kaggle, GitHub, etc. And we have Mr. and Mrs. 360, who was trained at 360DigiTMG. They have worked on real-time projects. They have attended daily stand-up calls. They have created end-to-end data pipeline. They have worked on deployment for premise and on cloud. They have attended client calls, and they have worked on research papers which have been published in international journals. So you can make your own judgment here, but I think the answer is quite clear. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce Sushmita. Good evening, Sushmita, and welcome.
Good evening, Aditya.
Yes, thank you so much for joining, Sushmita. So, Sushmita, why don't you walk us through the project that you worked on?
Yeah, definitely, Aditya. So the project that we have worked on is with machine downtime optimization. So the business problem here is the unplanned machine downtime, which is leading to the loss in the productivity. What does that mean? So we know in industries, it is very crucial for the machines to have a very smooth running all the time. So, but when these machines stop unexpectedly, it causes a very big problem, which might lead to loss in the productivity or missing certain production goals and spending a lot of time or money for the maintenances, which might also lead to the loss in the products. So here we have the objective where we are trying to minimize this unplanned machine downtime. And the constraint that we have come up with is to minimize the maintenance cost along with maximizing the equipment efficiencies. So as we know, we are trying to define three success criterions. So the business success criterion here is reduction in the unplanned downtime by at least 10%, and the machine learning success criterion is to achieve an accuracy of at least 95%, and economic success criterion is to achieve a cost saving of at least $1 million.
So, why don't you just walk us through this project architecture that you have created so we can understand how your project worked?
Yeah, definitely, Aditya. So here, once the business understanding is done, we have proceeded further with the data collection and the data understanding. So as you know that this is the machine, so it has certain sensor details like temperature sensors and pressure sensors, and according we have even something called as proximity sensors also. So in order to have a better control overall the time, we have two integrations. One is the PLCs and the SCADA software, where it is trying to have a complete control of the sensor details. So based on these two softwares and the integration of that, we have collected certain sensor details. Here you can see right in the next step where we explore the data of machine downtime from the SCADA software. So once we have collected the data, have proceeded further with the data pre-processing, where we have certain duplicate values and we handle them, and missing values, there are certain outliers also present. So we retain certain outliers because that fluctuation is important for us. Whereas we also have performed certain categorical features. Encoding was also being performed on some features. Then once the data pre-processing is done, we proceeded further with the classification models such as the logistic regressions, the naive Bayes, the KNN, whatnot. We have performed even certain hyperparameter tunings also. So once it is done, the evaluation we have performed further with the best model where we got the highest precisions, recalls, and FN score. Then the deployment was proceeded further.
So again, this is one of those scenarios where the presence of outliers is actually useful because
Yes.
outliers help us understand that, yes, we have extreme scenarios where the machine can definitely have some kind of downtime, which needs
Yes.
to be prevented. Right. So, Sushmita, right? You are from a statistics background, if I'm
Yes.
correct in assuming
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes.
So, do you mind just sharing your credentials quickly with everyone?
Yes, Aditya, sure. So, as I'm a recent graduate from MSc Statistics, so that helped me to find out certain insights from different data, whatever data that we have collected, right? So, it helped me to have some analytical skills and statistical knowledge, which helped me probably to solve the problems, ability, which is more necessary for the project to move forward and achieve its objectives.
Hmm. So, why don't you just quickly walk us through the results that we see here on the screen as a sample?
Yeah, definitely, Aditya. So we have, as I said, we have collected certain features, right? So as and then we are giving the inputs as some of the features here, we will be trying to get the output as whether the machine will be facing a downtime or it will not face any downtime or not.
Hmm. So, there we have it, folks. So, before we wind up, we have a few things that we would like to present to you. We work on challenging real time projects that are designed to push you to your limits. We help you learn about the various phases of the project methodology. We learn about the different tools that have been used in the industry like Python, Power BI, cloud platforms, etc. We want to give you the opportunity to work on research papers which are getting published in international journals. You'll also get access to various free tools to enhance your learning, like the mind map, ML architecture assistant, resume mapper, and animated learning. Okay. So, from everyone here at 360 Digit MG, thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much, Sushmita, for taking the time to share your experience with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aditya, for allowing me to share certain details about the project.
So please do follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn for further such updates. And once again, thank